Hello and welcome to a different kind of video. It is not Greg Tech, it is American Truck Simulator. It's been a little bit since I've uploaded, but the simple reason is I don't really have 6 hours to dedicate to playing Greg Tech New Horizons, or any Minecraft mod pack for that matter, nowadays, so I've been playing other games I like, which is pretty much uh, truck simulator or flight simulator. I pretty much hop between both of them. So today we're in my personal save. It's a level 70 uh, truck sim save. I have $6 million. I have all the DLCs for the game. So we have a pretty good chunk of map, and I've driven a lot of it. I've put a lot of hours into the save. Across a lot of different trucks. I these days am driving this Peterbilt 379 around because I got tired of the fancy displays in the newer trucks. Other things about the save, I have like 100 something drivers just kind of driving around America. It's so many that it takes a second for all of them to load, but you can see them here. Yeah, so we're in the truck here. We're going to be taking this job from Ardmore, Oklahoma, and I think we're going to be going up to Kirksville, Missouri. I think it's some Ethane or something like that. Now, I do have my own trailers that I do drive around, but lately I've been just enjoying doing the freight market jobs, mostly because I do enjoy working for the companies that are in this game. I'm not running any real company mods. A lot of people like to run the real world company mods. I personally don't. There's enough advertising and product placement in this world that I feel like it defeats the point of Escape having the real companies. I know there's some people that enjoy doing the Walmart and the JB Hunts and all that, and I have tried it out. It's just this save, I don't really mod anything. But for the purposes of YouTube, I might look into it. I'm not rolling any fancy setup for this game. I'm playing with a PS4 controller, but I still try to drive pretty accurately as you would in real life, or at least attempt to. Look at this guy over here. I'm not the world's greatest driver in game, but I make an effort. The reason I'm videoing American Truck Sim for YouTube is because besides a few select YouTubers, there's a very huge lack of what a proper truck simulator content on YouTube. A lot of it is just content slop. I drove across the entirety of Asia using 80 map mods, you know, that kind of content. It's just not my thing.
Go straight.
And I just like driving around, doing random jobs. There's really not a lot of this not necessarily episodic, just general gameplay of American Truck Simulator out there, barring very small YouTubers, including me. But when sometimes I look for truck sim YouTubers or content, and most of the time it's people just doing random things and not actually playing the game as intended.
Stay right.
Just kind of how I like to play.
Go straight.
Just make sure my volumes are all good here. Here's the paint job of our truck. It's kind of this green, black and white this paint scheme that I settled on like when I first started to save.
Get ready to turn left.
I haven't been back here ever. This is my first time.
Turn left.
I am at around 60% map, or 62% map exploration. Mostly missing a lot of these smaller roads that are out there.
Stay right, and then turn right.
Looks like we're going to a refinery here. I guess Shell or somebody probably has a facility out in here in Ardmore. Probably gonna want to get gas on our way out here before we hit the roads.
Get ready to turn left.
So I'll try to fill the air as much as I can with my own commentary, but I'm not gonna be as worried about it as I would be in something like a Minecraft Let's Play, where I feel like what having a voiceover matters a little more.
Drive safe.
Doesn't mean that this is going to be a complete silent playthrough of Truck Sim. Let's get the trailer back here. When it comes to actually backing up the trailers and stuff, I'm not fantastic. I usually do like the second option for deliveries, where you don't have to fully back in the trailer, but you still have to drive it into the facility at least.
When possible, make a U-turn.
Alright, we got our trailer here. Nice Vortex gas trailer. Let's take a look at our route over here. We're gonna get on to 35. We're not gonna take 135. Usually a lot of the routes up towards Nebraska have you take 135. I've done this drive a bunch of times. Today we get to take 335 through Topeka. In and around Kansas City, that's gonna be nice, and then on to US 36. I'm thinking if I do record more videos, going fully without the GPS. I feel like I know my way around well enough to get places without the GPS. Oops, nearly overshot that stop sign. Oh, almost hit the thing there. Whoops. Gonna go ahead and move the seat forward here a little bit. Maybe reduce the FOV just a tad bit so we can get a nice view of our gauges here. So American Truck Simulator is a game that I've followed since it came out, actually. I played this game on initial release when it was just California, and I think Nevada. Arizona had not quite come out yet. Don't know what's going on there, but I might be running a few mods, actually. Mods as in this realistic traffic mod, the sound fix mod, and I think those are the only two I have going, if at all. I don't even know if I have them enabled.
Stay right, and then continue straight.
Sun's gonna come up here in Ardmore as we head out. So yeah, so American Truck Simulator I've followed over the years, but I only started intensively playing it about a year ago when the Nebraska DLC came out. That's when I really got back into it, and the game is pretty unrecognizable from when it first came out. A lot of the core things are still the same. The menus are still the same. Some of the trucks are still the same. But the whole map design of the game is pretty much unrecognizable to the initial release. I think what SCS has done here with for a Czech company to make such a faithful rendition of the United States of America. It's amazing. This is probably the best rendition of the United States you can get in a video game.
Stay right.
And it's faithfully done. Things that you might not think, you know, the detail you might not think would be in a truck simulator are in this game. There's details in the cities that you might not think would make it in. It's really a labor of love, and as an American, it's just awesome. It's just awesome driving around the American road network. And it's not just the interstates, it's got all the U.S. federal highways in between.
Go straight.
The state highways even. And it's amazing. And with every state they make, it's like the bar goes higher. Every new state is a improvement on the last they make. And some of the newer states have come out with, they're amazing.
Stay right.
I do think improvements can be made in terms of the sound, but I'm not really a huge, you know, I wouldn't know what a truck with, you know, a Cummins engine or a transmission, sorry, should sound like. I only get vague ideas from YouTube. But overall, I don't think the sounds are all that bad. So limit 75, we'll probably stick it on like 68. Keep it on 68 in the cruise control. We did not fill up before getting on the highway. But this is, I do have a 300-gallon tank on this, so we got time to get to the next city. I do want to move over. There is a stopped vehicle, but I doubt that will happen. Whoops. Let's see where our next gas opportunity is. Probably in Oklahoma City. We'll pull off this exit. Oklahoma City is actually the headquarters of my company in the game right now, so that's a little on point. SCS Software has been on a roll with these state releases. The next state to be coming out at the time of recording this is Iowa. And that's going to be followed by Louisiana. And then, probably the state I'm looking forward to the most, Illinois. I've gotten a good idea from the new trailer they dropped, and blog posts and screenshots that you can see from the dev posts that they're going all out with Illinois, and I'm really excited. It's a state I'm very familiar with. Going 70, it's a little fast. I need to bind a key so I can set a nice 68. Going down to 60 anyway through Oklahoma City. Encountering a little bit of stutter. I normally don't get stutter when playing this game. I think Oklahoma is the only DLC where I really have issues with that, but even that is pretty playable. Yeah, getting a little bit of stutter here. I do also play with a render distance mod sometimes, but I've been encountering crashes lately with it, so had it off. But this game with the large render distance mod, if you can run it, it's a second to none experience. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. Ease into our curve here. I think we're going to want to stay on 35. We're going to be taking an exit anyway on here on MLK Avenue, so we're going to get to the right. Ooh, huge stutters. That is the other thing with this game. Sometimes the DLC releases and all that outpaces the technical development of the game, but let me tell you, there's a lot of naysayers when it comes to, you know, oh, SCS software should focus on the technical aspects of this game, but if you were playing this game, you know, even in 2019, this game has come far, technically, in terms of the graphics and overall performance. It's a whole different experience. This game's, especially in the lighting department, this game looks so much better compared to what it did on initial release. The lighting really does numbers on how amazing this game can look. Gonna go make a left here.
Okay, let's find a new route. Stay right, then turn right. Turn right.
And another thing I think, it's not everybody in the community, but, and this is not discounting that, yes, maybe SCS should maybe spend some time ironing out the core engine. I think SCS could have easily went the Dovetail Games route. That's an example I love to use, the Dovetail Games route of fleecing the customer.
I'll find a new route.
And there is criticism, oh, you shouldn't charge for each state, the pricing and all that, but I think for what you get, for what you pay, it's a very fair trade. And SCS puts in the work. It's and they do a lot of effort with working with the community and making sure that the core fan base, you know, they interact with the fan base, which I really like. Stop here and get some gas. I'm playing with fatigue off, by the way. That's mostly so. That's mostly because I like. I guess I can't close it while I'm fueling, but I like working with my drivers. I don't like sleeping 8 hours and waking up with $3 million more. I like watching it happen in front of me. Though, if people prefer a more realistic way of playing, I can always turn it back on. It's not a big deal. It's just a checkbox in the options, after all. I think we can get a left turn out of here onto the main road. Let's see here. No, actually, maybe through the back of the facility, but it's a little late for that. Let's go out where we came from. The Truck Simulator map is at a point where if you really want to do the longest delivery in the base map, you're going to be spending 4 to 5 real-life hours driving. Which, I don't know about any other game, but this is a large map, and it's only getting bigger. I think one of these days, I don't know if I'll stream it, or I might just upload a long video. We'll do one of those really long drives across the country. I don't really have the time to do one of those. It's in one sitting. Going back to the real companies thing, I also like the names that SCS has made of the companies. For the companies, I think they're kind of funny. They're tongue-in-cheek, and I really like them. Like Car Zone for AutoZone. I forgot what that is for Napa. Napa Auto Care. But you can tell it's a Napa Auto Care Center. Which, you know, if you drive around the United States, especially the rural areas, you come upon a town, there's always a Napa Auto Care. Or at least a Napa certified facility. I like seeing those when I drive through these rural towns. Which we're driving primarily on interstate today, but this game really shines when it comes to the U.S. federal highway system, which are if you're not from the United States, it's those white placards you see there, those white shields. Those are part of the U.S. federal highway system. Those are what predated the interstate highway system. A lot of the interstate highways now run on former federal highways.
Stay left.
Let's see if we can get the screen here. Nope. But
Turn left.
to truly see America, you should drive the U.S. federal highway system. And there's a plethora of, I'm not going to call it, in the game it's content, but in real life it's just a plethora of scenery and towns and industry, and I really enjoy seeing it. Now that's not to say that I am exactly pro American car culture. That's a very hotly contested thing, and I do personally lie on the side of we should have more public transit in the United States. But the roads are already here, and I have my truck game, and I like seeing what we've built. Oh, those are numpad keys. Alright, let's get going here. What's that interstate? Oh, 40. Did I knock down a sign back there? No. Quite the on-ramp getting on here. So yeah, I'm definitely running the sound fixes pack. But that's a very minor mod. Oh, there we go. Here's the junction to I-44. Which we now have the entirety of represented in Truck Simulator. And it goes from Wichita Falls all the way to St. Louis. Which, does 44 go all the way to Wichita Falls in game? Yes, it does. My favorite DLC, and I'm from the Midwest, so
Stay left.
Oklahoma, and Nebraska aren't Midwest, they're the plains, but you know, the general vibe, more Iowa. I love those states, and the SCS rendition is amazing, and it's great, and it's my second favorite place to drive in this game, but my first favorite place to drive in this game has to be Texas. Please don't merge into me, please don't merge into me, please don't merge into me. Oh, you bastard. Oh, well, okay. Slow down here. Don't go right anyway. Oops. Yeah, Texas in this game is amazing. You can easily spend 20 to 30 hours of gameplay time just in the Texas DLC. There's that much content in Texas. And you really do get all the flavors in Texas. You get the plains, you get the desert, you get some foresty bits in the east of Texas, out by Louisiana. You get the ports out by Houston, Galveston, Corpus Christi. You really get everything in Texas. If there's a DLC you're gonna pick up for this game, start with that Texas bundle. You're not gonna be disappointed. Texas is great. I don't think I'm gonna go for the overtake here. We're just gonna chill on the right lane. So I've seen truckers IRL, or in real life, consider this the most boring stretch of interstate in America. And meanwhile, me and my truck game, I think it's peak. But truckers do have a hard job. Playing this game has made me really appreciate what truckers do.
Stay left.
Let's get over here. Because these distances in the game, it's a 1:20 scale, at least on interstate and federal highways. So it's scaled down, but these aren't distances to scoff at that we're doing. Like 440 miles, we got 8 hours to go. It really puts into perspective the scale of the country. Let our friend pass here. Coming up, but we'll pass the merge before he gets up there. Got ourselves a copper over there. I also do play Euro Truck every so often, but and this is not to diss Europe or Euro Truck Simulator. It's just a different kind of driving. You have smaller limits, you have smaller roads, you have many more curves. Certainly, what I do enjoy about Euro Truck that maybe American Truck doesn't focus on as much as it's the cities themselves. It is really cool going through the historical cities. It's really cool seeing the infrastructure being, that's been built in Europe, especially the tunnels, the bridges, the viaducts. But even in real life, for me, driving on the interstate, on the wide open road, it's a very therapeutic thing. And I can just boot up American Truck Simulator and do it whenever I want. So I'm biased towards American Truck Simulator. So I might drop some Euro Truck videos on this. I go through the pain of installing. Did I even have to weigh? I didn't pay attention. But I guess we didn't have to weigh there. But took a little break there. I do have Pro Mods installed. I play with Pro Mods. It's just I'm not as far along with that save as I am on American Truck. So this is one of those things where they didn't have to, but they took their time to really put it in, and that's the whole, like, different tolling systems present. You know, I live in a state where there's a massive toll network, and this is how they look. They're down to signage, down to the infrastructure. I mean, it's uncanny. And they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to be so detailed with it. But they put in the work, they put in the time to, you know, do it right. Whatever your feelings on toll roads in America are, I generally think they're not exactly a great thing, but they're in the video game, which is the focus of this whole thing. So we're going to be staying on 35 here through Wichita. Massive stutters, yeah. The other theme I have in all my trucks in this game. I keep a little Michelin Man in my truck. I just think it's so funny that there's Michelin Man accessories. That's just very goofy to me. Which that would be fun in Euro Truck. We go visit the Michelin headquarters or factory in Clermont-Ferrand, France. Which is in Pro Mods. I don't know if it's in the base game. I've not been this way on 35 in a while, actually. Usually the jobs I take have me, I stated this earlier, but they have me taking 135 up north to Nebraska. But with every state we get now, we're getting more of I-35, and it's becoming a real corridor in this game now. We're going to get more of it in Iowa, and we're probably going to get more of it in South Dakota when that comes out in about a year's time, year and a half. SCS has been on a roll with the releases. I think they said 3 states a year is their new pace, and with how fast Iowa seems to have, you know, come around, I won't be shocked if they go for 4, or at least bring out Illinois early next year. But this is purely speculation. I'm not a news channel. That's not what I'm here for. But yeah, giving this truck a Kenworth overtake. See if our friend here will let us in. I think we have enough space. Coming up on Emporia. Seems like this is where we are going to get onto 335. Take us all the way to Kansas City, I believe. We're gonna go past I-70. Yeah, I think that's Kansas City. So my history with SES software actually goes further back than even Euro Truck Simulator 2. The first SES software game I played is this little known game. I don't know if it's little known or if people know about it, but it's a little known game called Bus Driver. It was this kind of arcadey bus simulator. You drive a bus around these maps SES put together, and earn points for good driving. Almost sounds like a certain mode they're adding to Euro Truck. They're adding a coach mode to Euro Truck in the future. So yeah, Bus Driver was my first romp with SES software. Played that game a whole bunch as a kid. Played some 18 Wheels of Steel as well. 18 Wheels of Steel was the precursor to any of this. And honestly, I think it preceded any of the European truck simulators SES made. I think they started with 18 Wheels of Steel, and they had the whole of America and Canada and parts of Mexico, but nowhere near this level of detail. It was very bare bones, but I do think it's the same game engine. Some of the sounds are still the same. The general interface has never changed in like 20 years. We're gonna be going through Topeka. I guess we'll meet I-35 back in Kansas City. Seems to be going on here. It's a AI moment. I suspect the traffic mod I'm running has something to do with the stutters, which is what a lot of these traffic mods do to the game. I don't even know how realistic they are. I might turn it off. I mean, sometimes roads in this game can feel pretty barren, but it's a video game. Ooh, a little bit of a bend. I'm gonna stay straight here. North 70 seems to end here, and the lane is merging. Let's get over. We'll slow up a little bit here while we figure out the situation. Stay in this lane, but I suspect it's going to end here. So go ahead and get over. Seems like we're going to come to the end of the turnpike here as well. The other thing I really enjoy about this game is its commitment to getting the road signs 110% accurate. It's once again one of those things they really never had to do, and when the game did come out, it was not this way. The road signs were horrible. But, oh, I gotta get over. What is this Escalade doing? That was my bad, though. Man, that's a massive stutter. Whoa.
Stay left.
Yeah, the state of road signs in this game when the game came out was just horrible. And I think they realized that pretty early on, that it couldn't be that way. So now we have beautiful manual of uniform traffic control devices, compliant road signage in this game. And I think a lot of the interchange design, I mean, you can look at it IRL and off of Google Maps and build the interchange yourself, but they do a very good job keeping things compliant, which I find amusing. Do you want to get over to the right?
Stay left, and then turn left. Turn left.
I do not think I've been on this little stretch of 635 before, but... Alright, seems like we're in Missouri now. So this must mean it's a new edition with the new Missouri DLC. So briefly get on I-29 here. Which is going to be really cool seeing more of I-29 in Iowa. Let's get over here. Keep it in the right, actually. We're going to want to be making an exit here. I-35 to Des Moines, which we're gonna get to see soon.
Stay right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Now that we're in Missouri, we should be getting close. Okay. Okay. Let's get our merge on. That not Escalade, that Cadillac driver is an idiot, which they tend to be IRL. Yeah, it's definitely this traffic mod causing stutters. I'm going to turn it off for the next video. I do not stutter this much otherwise. We were back on I-35 for not that long. We're going to get on US 36 here, which I believe is also the CKC, the Chicago-Kansas City Expressway. It's not an expressway, but it's a highway.
Stay right, then exit
You can even
right.
see it badged as the CKC on that 110. Missouri 110.
Exit right.
Can we not stutter, please? Thank
Stay
you.
right, then turn right. Turn right. Go straight.
Missouri in this game is beautiful. They've done and I read somewhere that vegetation, they start production of the vegetation for each state around a year before the state enters full production. And you can really tell with the environments that they really do put in the work. Some of the scenery is just stunning. And it's just not in the plains in Missouri. If you go out west to Colorado, Montana, Washington, Idaho, it's truly stunning. Got an airport here. There's a train. Oh, that's another thing I really enjoyed about this game. There's someone on the SCS team that really likes their trains. Their American trains, and full respect to that guy. The amount of American rail facilities and crossings and sidings next to the industries, it's really true to how it is in America, or the United States, sorry, where the rail is very much interlinked with the trucking industry and vice versa. Some of the largest rail yards in America are well represented in this game, and it's just really awesome to see and interact with. Seems like we're coming up on our final exit here, taking US 63 up to Kirksville. Man, this video's getting pretty long. I mean, this was a pretty long drive.
Stay right, and then exit right. Exit right. Get ready to turn left.
Yeah, I'm definitely removing that traffic mod next video.
Turn left. right.
Seems like we got ourselves another divided highway here. Wasn't expecting that. So that's the other thing in this game. I've drove pretty much all the main roads on the map, and sometimes I come back to a road and I'm like, when did I drive on this? There's so much road in this game, you can't possibly like remember all of it, which for the replayability of this game, it's great. Seems like we're taking the business loop into Kirksville.
Stay right.
Oh, holy stutter.
Stay right, and then continue straight.
Let me pull up a little bit more. Looking pretty sharp. Might as well get the screenshot for this video before it turns dark, because I know the second I end the video it's gonna be nighttime. Yeah, this looks good.
Go straight.
Now let's hope we're not gonna get every red light through Kirksville. That will be a little sad.
Stay right, and then continue straight.
Continue straight, we got ourselves a green.
Go straight. Stay right.
Got ourselves a Walmart somewhere here. Oh yeah, there's the Walmart tucked back there. This is a very typical American town. Home Depot, Walmart, Starbucks,
Stay
Chick-fil-A.
right.
With a side of British Petroleum. They went all out with the, wow, if the game stopped stuttering.
Stay right.
They went all out with the Home Depot model. I don't know why. It's kind of scary how accurate that is to most Home Depots. Making a left here.
Turn left.
This gas facility or whatever tucked by the gas station.
are finished.
Let's see how hard. Well, let's see if I can do this the cool way. I do not do this often, so I'm sorry in advance. I think I'm coming at pretty much the right angle here. Roll a little more ahead. Let's see here. Yeah, definitely screwed this up. That's fine, we'll straighten out in a second. Oh, I way missed the mark. Alright, let's see here. See, if it was this parking spot, I would be perfect, but clearly not the case. Alright, let's just not get into a corner here. Now it's raining. I know what to do now. Hopefully not hit the building. I was not joking when I said I don't do this often. Oh fuck. That was close. Oh goodness. Alright, I think pardon my language there, but this is a trucking game. Let's cut in now. Come on. Alright. I think we're home free now. No, no, no. Hold on. We're really gonna take this video all the way to the hour mark. Oh, I'm like just barely gonna miss it. No. I think we're back. No, we're in a better spot than when we started. Okay. I'm way too deep to like give up now. I'm so sorry, everybody. Oh my god. I should do the driving academy that they've added in this game. Maybe I'll actually learn something. Alright. No, do it. Will I get a level up from this? Nope. Close, though. Close. And I have $6.2 million now. Drivers be driving. Before I go, I'll show my career progress. Yeah, 40 garages. And I've spent way too much of my real life in this video game. And at the end, I drove, yeah, nearly 200,000 miles. So yeah, that was our first truck simulator delivery here on the channel. Honestly, I do think it went pretty well. No real issues. And yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. I'm probably going to do this more often because it's easier to make the Minecraft content. And it's more interesting in my opinion because it's a game I really like. So, not saying I hate Minecraft, but yeah. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.